We conclude our Hangar Talks for today with a story written in the sky, and a session titled My Life in Aviation. We met a personality who spent his life in the air service to share with us the most prominent stages of his professional career. Captain Tahir, we look forward to learning more about your valuable story, and please proceed to inspire our esteemed audience. First, what inspired you to pursue a lifelong career in aviation, and how did your journey begin?
I'm from Pakistan. I was born and raised in Pakistan. And I was a very young guy, and just came my school. I was only 16 and a half years old, and I had no fascination about airplanes. I did not know about planes at all. And a friend of mine who tagged me on, and I ended up going for 16 hours and 7 months where I started going to the training for flight training in Pakistan in the Air Force.
So, Captain Tahir, what are the most defining moments or milestones that shaped your professional path as a captain?
In the Air Force, I started and I flew for about 9 years in the Pakistan Air Force. I flew different kind of fighter airplanes, starting with F-86, the Sabres, my first fighter airplane in Pakistan. Then I flew the MiG-19s, we call it F-6. There's a Chinese-made MiG-19. It was a very high-performance airplane, and I flew that. And I flew the French Mirages 517 in Pakistan, and it was fantastic, high-speed airplane, Mark II airplane. And the great thing was that when I was doing all these fighter airplanes, I was barely 21, 22, 23 years old, and I even airplane in a war with India, and so that was a very early time in my years, and I left the Air Force and I started getting into executive airplanes. And I started flying for all kinds of corporate airplanes. I started in Saudi Arabia, and I flew with Labor and also Gulf Streams, all kind of Gulf Streams from 2, 3, 4, 450, 5, and 550. I just started flying, and also Boeings, all kinds of Boeings like 737, 727, 757, and 767. So I had different I was lucky to have a long career of flying. And only now I stopped flying in 2019 when I was flying in Africa at that time, Gulfstream 550s on a corporate thing, and I got cancer, lung cancer. And so I'd been since then, it's been 5 years of chemotherapy and all kinds of treatments in Italy. And now look at me, it was a stage 4 cancer, but look at me, I'm still up in, my problem now is that sometimes I cannot compare, as you can tell, sometimes I cannot, my wires kind of go funny a little bit, but I'm all right, I'm feeling good.
I hope you to get well soon. You look fine, Captain.
Yeah, I feel good, and yeah.
Yeah. So what were the most challenging situation encountered you during your career, and how did you overcome them?
After my illness, or
the whole journey.
For the whole journey. Before that, in the flying care, I've had some close affairs, like. I've an ejection out of a Mirage airplane in Libya, I was an instructor in Libya, and on a Mirage 3, I ejected. I had a student with me. He ejected too, and I was fine. But unfortunately, my student, he turned his leg very badly, and they had to amputate his leg. But I was fine. And then another close one was, I was in Pakistan in a MiG-19. I got into a spin, and on a air combat 1-to-1, and I got into spin, and I finally it won't be recovered out of the. That's a single airplane, very high performance, good MiG, and I tried to eject, and the canopy did, but the seat didn't fire. And I think there's not any in the world, I was lucky only that I had to recover out of the spin and come and recover out of about less than 500 feet off the ground and climb up and land the airplane. So that was not my skill or my bravery. Yes, just I was fortunate that I don't think there are many people in the world who spun out in a fighter airplane, tried to eject, and it doesn't work, and still lucky to be living. Yeah.
So how's the aviation industry evolved throughout your years of service? And what changes impacted you the most?
Yeah, how the aviation has evolved, I mean, they're much better. We can talk about this from the aspect part of it. I still follow it now. Like I told you, like about 6 years, since 6 years, I'm not flying actively, but I keep my friends and all, we keep in touch. And like Prince Sultan's, he has been following my career a lot, and we've had a long flights together. And after my illness for the cancer, he's been very helpful to monitor me and praying me and having good field. So it's yeah.
So finally, Captain Tahir, what key lessons or advice would you share with the young professionals aspiring to build a career in aviation?
Get into aviation. There's the best ever life that anybody can, a boy and a girl can start. I was talking to my daughter, I said, Sarah is there, she's looking, and when she saw all these airplanes, she said, oh, Baba, I want to learn how to fly. I said, you got to get it too. And I said, even to start with gliders or glide flying, anyway, yeah.
Thank you, Captain Tahir.
Thank you very much.
Inspirable. It was inspiring.
Thank you so much.
Full career of adventure. Thank you again, Captain Tahir.
All right, thank you very much. Thanks, guys.